Valley. If you haven't checked it out, please do it. It's a favorite among comics. It's called Canteen Points at the Good Night. It's on Thursdays. Highly recommend you check it out. But for the moment, please put your two hands together and clap it the fuck up for Mr. Joekay.
Thank you so much, Madison. Keep going for your fabulous hosts, everybody. Yeah! As you guys can tell from this jacket I'm wearing tonight, I've made a very bold fashion choice. If you're counting all of the pins individually, I've made 10 bold fashion choices tonight. Just perpetually wishing it was 1994. I'm Joe, I'm from Staten Island, that's in New York City. It's a place that I lovingly refer to as the Alabama of New York City. All of the racism of Mobile, with just a little bit of a different accent. Still a place where my sister Gina's dating a black guy is still news. It's not the greatest place to be from. It's also the birthplace of the aggressively tweezed male eyebrow. I don't know if you knew that. We're responsible for that blight on humanity. I was home a few months ago and I saw that a local high school was putting on a production of Rent Jr. I have a quick question for the cast and crew of Rent Jr. Are you all dying from the sniffles? How are you going to make that show okay for 14-year-olds to put on? I went to a theater high school if that wasn't already painfully fucking obvious. I went to a place called Talent Unlimited High School for the Arts. I'm going to tell you something right now, ladies and gentlemen, the talent there, extremely limited. Guys, I'm going to tell you something right now, a little bit of insider information about theater kids. They were getting the most laid out of everybody in your high school. They were the corniest, most disgusting sexual beings in the world. And if you don't believe me, you obviously do not know what goes on backstage behind the senior production of Hello, Dolly. Broken over petticoats. Take off your Sunday clothes. Theater puns, woo! One time at Talent Unlimited, I got a detention for singing too loudly in the hallway. I was singing Corner of the Sky from Pippin, what you do when you're a 15-year-old closeted homosexual. It's pretty much your anthem. I'm never going to forget, on the detention slip it said, quote, high volume show tunes. Put that on my grave. Like, Joekay, 1990 to question marks, I'm just going to go missing or something. He's saying high volume show tunes. It's a legacy I want to leave my 9 dogs. It's been a real... Speaking of dogs, it's been a real emotional roller coaster for me recently because my favorite corgi on Instagram just started dialysis and I'm not sure if he's gonna make it. I'm sorry, I brought the room down just a little bit. I think he's gonna be okay. Look, he's a fighter. I think he's gonna pull through. Spooky season's almost over, and I'm kind of depressed, guys. Like, I'm really depressed. Only a few more days to get like chased around by an out-of-work acting student with the chainsaw and a useless degree, and really feel alive. God, my favorite, the haunts are my favorite thing in the world. Halloween Horror Nights, all that jazz. My favorite though is something called the Great Horror Campout, and that is an event that's in June because spooky season for me starts in the summer. I'm not a fucking amateur. What's cool about this one, it's an overnight scavenger hunt, and what's fun is that all of the actors can like touch you and like grab you and put a bag over your head and throw you in the back of their van and drive away with you. And that happened to me 5 minutes into the scavenger hunt. Like, my whole life I thought I would be smart enough to survive a scary movie, and now I know I wouldn't even make it to the opening credits. I don't even get to be Drew Barrymore in Scream. I'm fucking Steve Orth duct taped to a fucking lawn chair. I get no dignity. I'm the first face you see when the movie starts and you go, oh, that's a shame. He's gonna make a really dumb decision. Oh God. Speaking of scary things, a friend of mine recently told me that her worst fear is crows. And right? So it's not something legitimate like clowns or spiders, crows. When I asked her why, she told me, Joe, crows remember faces. So if you ever fuck with a crow, if you ever cross a crow, it will remember you, and it might attack you at a later date. Isn't that the scariest thing you've ever heard? Since I'm just a sponge made of anxiety, I was like, that's the most terrifying thing I've ever. And this one time when I was 13, a friend of mine thought it would be super funny to kick a pigeon, and she did, it flew up and pecked me in my fucking face. I know what you're gonna say, like, Joe, pigeons, crows, they're different. Hashtag not all birds. Hashtag black birds matter. Silly. Then I remember, as scary as this is, I remembered my life coach, Raj, the Valley Village Mobile Station, Laurel Canyon in Riverside. Go check him out. Go get a Gatorade for $2.50. He'll give you the best session. He told me I had to face all of my fears head on, so I've been applying it directly to this situation. I've been feeding all of the local pros of the San Fernando Valley little tiny pretzels, so that one day I can pull a bird lady from Home Alone 2, call upon my minions in my hour of need, save a small child from abduction. I think that's my true calling now, I'm pretty sure. I'm in a very happy relationship. I've been in a great relationship for about 1.5 years now, which is really, really surprising for me. Mostly because I break up with guys in the past over the dumbest reasons ever. Like, I once broke up with a guy I was with for almost 6 months because he legitimately believed Anastasia was a Disney princess. I'm like, if you're gonna be a gay man, you have to have at least like a base knowledge of Disney princesses, right? I don't need you to know all of the lyrics to Just Around the River Bend, but like, I do need you to know the difference between Megara and Princess Odette. Okay, Megara is from Disney's Hercules and Princess Odette is from the Swan Princess. That is a Don Bluth movie. Don Bluth, the Walt Disney is fucking time. We don't talk about his movies enough. Why didn't Rockadoodle win Oscars? We gave multiple Oscars to Walk the Line. We couldn't even be bothered with the greatest movie ever about an Elvis impersonator rooster. Fucking Hollywood elite, am I right? Ugh. Like the establishment. Okay, I think Disney. I think we can blame Disney for furry culture, right? Like, I'm pretty sure. Because they've had a long history of really sexy animals, right? Like, as far back as Robin Hood with that sexy fucking fox. And like, as recently as Zootopia with that sexy fucking fox. Okay, I might have a thing for foxes. Oh, we're all growing. We're all learning something about each other tonight. Oh, God. Just lots of fun, like the fox is triggered. Anyway, a few months ago though, there was this furry convention that ended up in the same hotel as a bunch of Syrian refugees. And guys, if you're wondering what happened, the kids loved it! Could you imagine being a 12-year-old Syrian refugee? Your entire existence on this planet has been nothing but running from a complete fucking hellscape, and you finally get here, America, the land of opportunity. And guess what? Cartoons are real! Cartoons are real! And they're definitely not fucking each other. Oh God, guys, I just have one more little thing for you. Target. Need to bring this up because they were one of the first companies to come out and say that any employee or any customer can use whatever bathroom of whatever gender that they identify with. I think that's fucking awesome. We need more companies like them, right? Yeah, fucking give it up. Give it up. I'm sure there's a Target representative here. Listen, let them know that we're happy with this. Obviously, not everybody else is, though. You know, in other words, those militant Christians are at it again. A whole bunch of them went around to Targets, like accosting customers, like waving Bibles around, going, "Oh, sin!" I'm a Jew. I don't know any scripture. I just want to know now, if they're doing that, is it okay for me to go to a church on a Sunday, like kick the door down and waving in Us Weekly, going like, "In the good book says between the Jennifers, both Lawrence and Aniston. Aniston did wear it best." 71% of the congregation agreed. Thank you guys so much.